what was the environment like when you were there in terms of something just happened? What do we need to do? How do we need to react?
Yeah, I think the Trump West Wing was a really interesting place because it was a lot of big personalities while I was there. And I think that that is still the same thing in the second administration. And there was a lot of inner fighting going on and knifing, like people just constantly going behind each other's back, going to the boss with things and trying to get him to do things the way that they wanted. And then obviously there's also a level of managing the principal, and that kind of comes with working for any politician, but for Trump to the nth degree, like trying to manage him and keep him happy and stay in his good graces was sometimes a delicate tightrope. And I think especially in that period after the election when he was upset and he was pushing these claims of voter fraud, which obviously we know there's zero evidence of, and he's never been able to prove. But I think a lot of people were kind of avoiding him during that time because they were afraid of his outbursts and how he would react. Or I remember specifically when I was working for Kayleigh McEnany, he wanted her to do briefings on the subject from the podium. And so she would actively avoid him in the West Wing in those months following the election because she knew that that was against the Hatch Act and something that she didn't really want to step in. And so I think it is interesting just seeing now with the second administration and how it doesn't seem like much has changed, but it seems like there's fewer people who are willing to push back on him. And so he's just kind of getting away with everything. And it doesn't seem like there's those kinds of voices in there where I do think that there were some of those kinds of voices, at least when I was working for him.